as you can see, he's got the textures on him. I'll probably tweak the textures a little bit to give him the oily skin and everything. Just shine it up a little bit. Right now, he's in a mode to where I'm just trying to get him all boned up. I got his legs and arms. I still have to do his stomach and all that stuff. But boning takes a little bit of time. It's very tedious, adjusting all the envelopes and everything like that to make it form right. Or so you don't get cuts and sharp pinches on his area, his joints and all that. So very tedious to do that. You can see I got his arms going. His legs are all. I'll show you his legs. Move this up. See, his legs are all set. So, it's basically, he's all ready. I'll be able to animate him soon and, have his outfit working and all that stuff. So, let me see the time limit I have on here. Alright, and other things I've been working on was, I did a Superman symbol for him. He had a template. John wants a template made. Or he made a template for his shirt. He's going to change the shirt from that blue one to a silver one like Clark has. And once I got his template, I was like, ooh, that looks cool. And I brought it into Max and generated a 3D model of it, turned it into a 3D model, and put his little copyright on it just so everybody knows it's his symbol that he drew up for me. So yeah, it does look pretty cool. It's just a cool little symbol, just to see that symbol in 3D. Yes, it's pretty easy to make in 3D Max, but it's just really cool to see it, into a 3D model. You can just picture it as some kind of symbol, on in the movie that he can use. How Clark has all these symbol things and objects that mean different things. It could be used for something. So it almost looks like a screensaver. Superman's screensaver. That's that, and I'll show you some. I was just playing around with the lighting and everything, trying different. Let me go full screen on this just so you can see it. Just playing around with the lighting on it just to see how the lighting could change the way it looks. I like that one the best. Throw the lighting behind it, and then you get the red and blue colors. It's just messing around, but pretty much easy stuff with the symbol. Let me exit this. But yeah, that's the symbol that's going to go on his shirt. So that's pretty much it there. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, here's another little simulation. That I was messing around with. I told you I was doing fume effects, containers, just filling containers, different types of containers up with smoke, and dropping objects into them, and expanding them out just to see what kind of reactions I was getting. Did a lot of test simulations in slow motion. I'd done plenty of these just to see what happened. Added wind to have the wind blow the smoke out of the container. Lots of cool little things that can be used, in the future for something. These are all just test simulations just to see the kind of flows that I get and all that. Let me see if there's anything else. Here, let me just rotate John around so you can see John. It's just kind of cool. You could just picture this being used, like just for anything. Like if you get punched, you can get thrown into a wall or something like that, and you can set him up as a rag doll. And when you set him up for a rag doll, it gives a realistic generation of him colliding into things. So it would be really good for stunt doubles when you don't have rigs to rig yourself up and all that stuff. So especially since it doesn't have to look perfectly realistic, it's going to be use motion blur and all that stuff, and it's going to be fast. So you're not going to be able to tell as long as everything else looks pretty close. That's pretty much all they have. If you've seen Smallville, right up on Smallville, you'll see their 3D Clark that they have, and it looks pretty much, just like a regular 3D character, just like this compared to John. So it's just, and they usually use him for, certain scenes like that you don't really see him up close in detail on. But this will work out really good, I think, if you need a little stunt double. But pretty much that's what I've been working on, just working on generating clothes and doing some fume effects stuff, and not too much in After Effects. I'm working pretty much in 3D Max, with the bodies and the clothing and all the Fume Effects stuff. That's pretty much all I've been doing now because I really want to get the Michael Myers thing going. I want to get the superhero thing going for my kids with that little super guy. That's going to be a cute little animation. Hopefully I can do. I'll post that one on YouTube if I ever do that one, hopefully soon. And of course, my Halloween scary thing that I'm going to do with the kids. Hopefully that goes through okay, and I use the Michael Myers, and that'll be cool. And I'm not going to do anything with the Super John unless he asks me to do something with them. That's his. I made it for him, so whatever he wants to do with it, then it's going to be his. And the symbol, of course, nothing with that. That's just his. In case he didn't ask for the symbol, I just made it. And if he wants to use it for something in the future, then he can use it. Um, and I'm always there to help him out if he needs it. He's a good guy. Just look him up, HP Productions. He does some really good effects. Big time Smallville person. So, all right. I'll just check real quick if there's anything else to update you on. This was just one more little test thing I was doing when I was working with the Footstep Snow guy, if you remember him. I was working with just to see how particles react and everything in particle flow. This is done in 3D Max, a nice test example. Just added some fake grass in there, and just had an object go through it, and you can see it's pushing and cutting the grass. And also, when you see over here, it's actually throwing the grass. When the object goes through it, it cuts it, basically scales it down. It makes it look like it's being cut, and it's actually throwing. I don't know if you can see it on this screen capture, but it actually pushes and throws all the little blades outward in both directions. You can kind of see a little bit of distortion on the box there. But yeah, that's it's just a little test simulation that I was doing to see how what I can do with particle flow. So it's pretty cool. It's just little things like that can be useful for something in the future. So thought I'd just show you that. Every little random thing. I mean, I've done so many random things, but certain things I thought were pretty neat, and I figured I'd save them, render them out for you just to show you. Alright, maybe give you guys ideas for stuff. Alright, hopefully I'll have some tutorials for Fume Effects on soon, and so I can be useful again. But right now it's just random stuff. Sorry this was so long, but I figured I'd have to update you. Alright, well, I'll see you later.